Incentive super response tendency, applying the concept in counseling. 1. Understanding incentive super response tendency. This concept refers to the strong human tendency to respond to incentives in ways that may fulfill the incentive but not necessarily the intended outcome. For example, paying a lawyer by the hour might incentivize them to take more time than necessary, prioritizing the incentive, time spent, over efficiency or results. In counseling, this bias can help clients explore how incentives, whether external or internal, shape their decisions, behaviors, and relationships, often leading to unintended consequences. How incentive super response tendency is useful in counseling. Encourages awareness of motivations. Helps clients identify what drives their behavior and whether it aligns with their values and goals. Promotes strategic decision-making. Guides clients to design incentives that lead to desired outcomes rather than counterproductive actions. Supports relationship building. Helps clients understand how incentives can influence interactions and dynamics in personal or professional relationships. 3. Practical application in counseling. A. Identifying incentives and outcomes. Activity: what's driving this? Ask clients to reflect on behaviors or decisions influenced by explicit or implicit incentives. What are you trying to achieve? How does this incentive influence your behavior? Example: a client working overtime to earn a bonus might realize it's negatively impacting their health and relationships. Counselor's role: help clients explore whether their actions are aligned with long-term goals or distorted by short-term incentives. B. Reframing incentives. Exercise: redesign your reward system. Work with clients to create incentives that support their goals and values. What motivates you to stay consistent? How can you reward yourself in a way that reinforces your progress? Example: a client trying to adopt a healthier lifestyle might replace weight loss incentives with rewards for regular exercise, emphasizing habits over results. C. Teaching consequential thinking. Guide clients to anticipate unintended consequences of incentives. What might go wrong if you focus solely on this incentive? How can you ensure your actions align with your ultimate goals? Example: a manager client incentivizing employees with individual bonuses might explore whether this fosters competition rather than teamwork. Shafor. Detailed tips for application. Normalize incentive-driven behavior. Explain that responding to incentives is a natural human tendency, but aligning them with meaningful goals requires intentionality. Encourage holistic thinking. Teach clients to consider long-term consequences and broader impacts of their actions, not just immediate rewards. Emphasize intrinsic motivation. Help clients connect their behaviors to internal motivations like values, satisfaction, or personal growth. A client might pursue a high-paying job incentive while sacrificing work-life balance. Help them assess whether this aligns with their long-term vision of success. Relationship counseling. A client incentivizing their partner with material rewards for desired behavior might unintentionally foster resentment. Work on building intrinsic connection and communication instead. Habit formation counseling. A client might use strict self-punishment as an incentive to quit smoking, creating more stress. Reframe the incentive into positive reinforcement, like celebrating small milestones. 6. Integrating incentive super response tendency techniques into a course of treatment. Initial sessions. Identify situations where misaligned incentives are driving client behaviors and assess their impact on goals and well-being. Midway through counseling, use thought records or journaling to redesign incentives that support desired outcomes and reduce unintended consequences. Ongoing work: reinforce intrinsic motivation and adaptive incentive structures, helping clients adjust their approaches as they grow. Outcome measurement: assess the client's ability to identify, evaluate, and align incentives with their values and long-term objectives. 7. Conclusion. Incentive super response tendency highlights the power of incentives to shape behavior, often in unintended ways. In counseling, addressing this tendency empowers clients to reflect on their motivations, design meaningful rewards, and align their actions with long-term goals. By fostering self-awareness, strategic thinking, and intrinsic motivation, counselors help clients achieve sustainable growth and fulfillment in their personal and professional lives.